important. But our main goal is to raise young men and young women. That's the key behind the sport. With that being said, if I can remember where I was going with that. With that said, most people applaud more for MVP because it's an award that's a high esteem award. Well, in Brian's book is not. In Brian's book, the most improved player award is the most important. And you'll see that as I give some awards out here in a minute. The MVP guy usually stands out. He's the one that's expected to do his job. He's the one that already knew what job he had to do when he got there. Where the most improved player award, he's great. He didn't know what he had to do. All he knows is he wanted to be in there with everybody else. So to me, that's the most important award. Even though we're going to give an MVP award, best defensive player or whatever, or even the commendation for even playing baseball. The most improved player award is the most important. He had to try harder than anybody else. All right, with that being said, we'll give some team awards out right now. I'm not like Amy, I don't got no speech. The Seals did real good, I don't got a whole lot to say. I shoot from the hip. First, Chase Park. I got lucky because that's his basketball. I knew the name of it. Hey, Chase, you were still first in this year. KJ Jemison. Bryson Williams. So if y'all know, that was the only 3 seniors on my team. No, I had 3 seniors. Usually when you come into a baseball program, you hope you have 5 or 6. That means they've been there a time. We came to 3, did a real good job. I thought the team did pretty good too. Next, Pat Trail. Smile, Brendan. Brendan Bowler. I love you, Brendan. Grayson Clark. Grayson's not here. Sorry about that. Thomas Cole. Old Dinger, Logan Creel. Sam Davis. Jack Kilgore. The only person I've seen beat his glove up as many times as I've ever seen. Henry Rosenstick. Zach Williams. I like that manly boxing. Jackson Fox. That boy wore a polo to practice every day. He had baseball pants on, he wore a polo. Hayden Henson. Matthew Johnson. And last but not least, Sage Sutton. So few things. I want to thank my coach, my son-in-law, Cole Benton. As most of you know, I was not supposed to be the baseball coach. They called me on a couple of days after, I believe, or Todd called me, I think he did, and said, hey, we don't have a baseball coach, we'll coach baseball. I said, I don't know, I got to call somebody. I called Cole. I said, hey, you'll coach baseball? He said, Grant. I said, you don't even know where we're going. He just said, Grant, he was ready to coach. He's going to get a vacation out of it. You don't know that yet, but it is. So I want to thank him especially. As all you know, my family is very involved in it. Thank my family, they did a good job. For the young players on the team, since we didn't have a JV, the young players really had to step up. I know Matthew, Sage, and Hayden had a big problem at first because when you take a 7th or an 8th grader and you stick them out there with an 11th or 12th grader and he's throwing 85 miles an hour, and you're like, what did I get into? Well, I talked to all three of them, and they all learned a little bit. A few questions was asked, and I told them I would never put them in a position that they could not handle. So me and Cole talked a lot about what we did to make sure we did not do that. I think we need to give a round of applause to Hayden Hensel for stepping up as an 8th grader and playing amongst 12th graders the whole year. He earned a position to stay there and play, and that's hard to do as an 8th grader if y'all don't realize that. It really is. From an infielder, he probably took more criticism from me and Cole than anybody on the whole team as an 8th grader. So let's give Hayden a hand. Sage took a lot too, but his hand messed him up to get the rest of it, so he got cut in half. Good job. All right. Like I said a minute ago about awards, the first award I'm going to give is an MVP award, which is not the most important thing. Let me put my glasses on because I got to read them. Tough getting old. All right, like I said, I'm a staff person. We talked about MVP, we talked about players. I asked the team about MVP. So the difference between the two players that competed for MVP, the batting averages, one was 4.435 for mathematicians and 0.429. So that's very close, 0.006 apart. I said, well, what can we do? On base percentage, hits, they were right together, runs allowed, runs scored, 21 RBIs apiece. It was very close. So we took a vote as a team who the team thought was the most valuable player, because that way we knew after I read the stats. Most valuable player, Bryson Williams. Now I gotta get my stats right. All right, best offensive player. When you have an offensive player, you think, he should be able to hit the ball real well, but he did. He missed the MVP by 0.006. But he also, as an offensive player, you have to have score runs, steal bases, which he led in stolen bases of getting caught. He did have a better home base position. Chase Clark. Best defensive player. So, best defensive player. That's the person that catches ball, makes the fewest errors, but most importantly, he has the most chances at catching the ball. This one person had 143 total chances to catch the ball. He also had 11 assists. So that means he handled it 154 times in trying to make this start. Out of those 156 times, he recorded 126 putouts for a .958 percentage. That's real good as a defensive player. Very good. Zach Williams. Most improved player. This person had 2 errors. But like I said, we didn't expect nothing out of him because we didn't know. He expected a lot out of himself. We gave him several opportunities. When you play for me, you have 5 days to practice. You earn your position on the way that you practice. And we made a decision what was best for the 9 to 12 players that would play in any ball game. This person, though we hollered at him, though he made mistakes, he continued to grow. We hollered at Hayden. Hayden made mistakes. We hollered at Thomas Cole. He made mistakes. Ty Cottrell. We hollered at Ty several times. All these people were in that running for the most improved player. Logan was even in there for a while. When you put those people in the line, you want them to improve. There was one that kept going even after him. Even though we stirred him, made him run, we even hit the ball over his head on purpose just to watch him run sometimes. Cole broke 2 bats. So, with that said, this one player kept going and going and going. He's probably the nicest person I've ever met. I've never seen nobody slide in second base and hit the player and then get up and pat him on the shoulder and say, "I'm sorry." He even did it at home. Most improved player, Henry Rosenstiel.